Okay, well, good morning, one and all. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning. This is an event, obviously, by part of the Birmingham Tech Week. A couple of slides for you in association with Tech Nation, West Midlands Growth Company, Department of International Trade, and sponsored by NatWest, Copper, Culture Group, BJSS, Slide Trade, and BMET. Obviously supported by an awful lot of partners as well, which makes this such a great event. And a quick shout out to Yanis and Jonathan, who and the rest of the team, who I know put in so much effort to making sure that this all happens and is as brilliant as it is. So we are SiteGeek, and today we're going to be talking you through how to build an e-commerce ecosystem that will provide a killer customer journey. We have a lot to go through, and if I'm going too quickly, I apologize. I will make the slides available for anybody that wants them because there's an awful lot to cover. So a little bit about me. My name's Steve Hooper. I am the head honcho at SiteGeek. We have 25 different contractors. I've been digital marketing for 25 years. Yes, that really was before Google. I've earned companies over 5 billion in revenue in that time. I run an award-winning digital marketing agency in SiteGeek. I've got a podcast if you want to hear more of my dulcet tones over at Digital Marketing Confessions. Please don't Google me at work. There is another Steve Hooper who will make you blush, who seems to outrank me every single time because he gets an awful lot more links than I do. And here's a quick introduction to our techs and partners. We partner with a company called Digital Marketer, who is a training and e-learning company based in Austin, Texas. And between all the partners and Digital Marketer, we're on a mission to double the size of 10,000 businesses worldwide in the next 5 years. We've trained over 126,000 marketers on teams of all shapes and sizes. There's some names there that you might recognize. And Ryan Dice literally has written the book on modern day digital marketing. He's the boss at Digital Marketer, and the book on the right, Digital Marketing for Dummies. I think I've got 2 paragraphs in that somewhere. So yeah, we kind of know what we're doing. Also hosts the largest digital marketing conference in Traffic and Conversion Summit, and that's based in San Diego, which is great fun. Unfortunately, it's going to be an online event this year rather than actual physical event, but I'm sure the information that's given out will still be as awesome as it normally is. So there's a saying in Texas, it ain't bragging if it's true, and we're pretty good at this marketing stuff. So let's have a quick look at what we're going to go through and cover today. So the first thing that we're going to look at is something called the Growth Triad, the essentials to business growth. Okay, and then we're going to have a look at what is the customer journey, the e-commerce ecosystem, what does it look like, my recommended tech stack, so the stuff that we use to make all of this happen, core on-site essentials, the customer journey for e-commerce, one stage at a time, and the next steps that you guys can take. So diving straight in, we're going to have a look at the Growth Triad. So there's 3 different elements to successful, predictable growth. The first is a documented journey. Now, the documented journey we call the customer value journey, and that's basically what we're going to take you through today. Other parts of it are actionable metrics, things that you can actually track and make changes to on a regular basis. You've also got the different tools and tactics that you need. Now, a lot of companies that we come across, they have either 1 or 2 of these things in place. If you've got a documented journey and actionable metrics, then chances are you're probably a bit stuck in the mud because you lack the tools and tactics to make it happen. If you've got the documented journey and the tools and the tactics, we call you a bull in a china shop because you kind of know what you're doing, but you don't know where you're going. And finally is the one-hit wonder, which is the actionable metrics and the tools and the tactics, because without a documented journey, you've got nothing to optimize. So the happy trio brings predictable growth. So let's have a quick look. Technology has changed, and the way we do things over the last few years has very much changed. So who remembers one of these? It's called the Yellow Pages. Yeah, thanks, Dave. It's called the Yellow Pages. And we, as kids, we used to be able to use it to stand on it to get to the cookie jar because it was that big. Now it's like a pamphlet when it comes through the door. So there's a massive difference. But there's one thing that hasn't changed in all the years since the Yellow Pages and the world that we're living in today of social media and high-speed technology. And that's us, the human-to-human relationship. And I don't care who you're selling to or how you're selling. All of us are in the business of selling human-based solutions to fellow humans. So no matter what stage you're going through, there is a human involved somewhere. So what most marketers do, and this is where they fail, and as you can see, this guy here is proposing, and judging on her reaction, it's not their first date. But what most marketers do is they try and propose on the first date. They're saying, hey, yeah, let's get married, let's have children. And that's one of the scariest things in the world. That doesn't build up any trust. It doesn't build up a relationship, nothing. And there was a book written by a guy called Desmond Morris. And the principle of the book is the human-to-human relationship is the first thing that we need to understand is how human intimacy happens, how you build trust with somebody, how you build a relationship with somebody. So please don't buy this book. You won't get any benefit out of it. What I'm about to tell you is the best bit. That's it. Okay. So save yourself 15 quid. Don't buy it. So the 12 stages of human intimacy, according to Desmond Morris, are eye to body, eye to eye, voice to voice, hand to hand, arm to shoulder, arm to waist or back, also known as a hug, mouth to mouth, hand to head, hand to body, mouth to body, hand to bow chicka wow. You kind of get where that's going, yeah? So when they researched this, research showed that missing one of these steps, the relationship broke down 95% of the time. So if you miss one of those steps, then chances are the relationship would break down. Okay, it was sheer fluke if it didn't break down. But if you miss 2 steps, it's assault. Okay. Have you ever been on the phone with a salesperson and come off the phone from the salesperson thinking, ew, and felt a little bit dirty and a little bit nasty? That's what I'm talking about. There's no relationship there. There's nothing built up. You've literally gone in and said, hey, give me your money. And that's it. And we solved that with something called the customer journey. And the customer journey looks a little bit like this. This is your customer in their before state. And they're a little bit sad, a little bit annoyed, a little bit off. They need something to make their lives a little bit better. Okay. And then you've got the guy in the top right-hand corner, and he's got his cape on. He's feeling fantastic because, you've made his day. You've made him feel better. Okay. Now, unlike the 12 stages of intimacy, we're not trying to get our customers naked because that would be wrong. And we're going to concentrate on 8 stages, which are the 8 stages that you need to turn your before state to your after state. And they are awareness, engagement, subscription, conversion, excitement, ascension, advocacy, and promotion. Okay, so they're the 8 stages that you need. All right. So how do we do that with e-commerce? Well, the next diagram is a little bit more complicated than the last one. It looks a little bit like this. This is a structured e-commerce ecosystem. Okay. And don't panic. I will make the slides available so you can have a shot of this, because we're not going to linger on this because this is where people get a little bit caught up. But effectively, there's the website, the sources of traffic to the website, looking after the customer, and your checkout sequences and things like that. Okay, so that's what we mean by an e-commerce ecosystem. It isn't just a website, and you don't just send traffic to a website and hope. This is something that's designed to give you predictable growth in your business. Okay, so our recommended tech stack for this, okay, we recommend Shopify. Okay, and if you're not already using Shopify and you want to give it a trial run, then you can get a free trial. We've set up a link for you. SiteGeek.co.uk/Shopify will take you across to Shopify. Okay, Shopify is brilliant. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It's what you need to run a decent e-commerce store. Okay, so we fully recommend Shopify. It comes with all the bells and whistles that we as marketers need to make things happen. Recommended email software is a system called Klaviyo. Okay, now a lot of people will say, hey, but yeah, I'm using MailChimp and all the rest of it. Klaviyo isn't just an email system. It collects data on your clients. It links in with your e-commerce system, and it does really, really clever stuff. I'm not going to go into absolutely everything, but if you can imagine your email marketing system managing everything. So abandoned cart, it's managing all your welcome sequences. It manages absolutely everything, and it can talk to Shopify, and it can say, we know that this person bought at this time, and so on and so forth. So we fully recommend Klaviyo. And again, there's a free trial available for Klaviyo, sitegeek.co.uk/Klaviyo. Okay. Recommended inventory management software. I'm not sure about you guys, but if you're growing and you're growing at the rate of knots, then chances are you're going to need something to manage your inventory. If you've start getting a lot of products, then inventory management software is essential for managing your inventory. We recommend a system called vQuo. vQuo is great. It does exactly what it says on the tin. They've got some really, really good clients that help guide them, and you can link all of your e-commerce, all of your different channels can all link into vQuo, and you can manage it all from one place. It's a really, really good system. Recommended analytics software, free, Google Analytics. Okay. If you install Google Analytics on your website, you're going to benefit from the fact that you've got something there that you can tell where people came from, what they're doing on your website, and where they're going. There's a lot more that you can do with it, but that's the basics. Okay, so we're going to have a quick look at site structure, and we've all seen websites that we like. These are a few of my favorites. I'm not going to leave them up too long because you'll see some of them coming up in a minute. So one of the core essentials for on-site, on an e-commerce website is an in-depth product description. Okay. Now, when I say to people about an in-depth product description, they go, yeah, I've got descriptions on my website and all the rest of it. And it's 3 or 4 lines that tells you about the product. And I wanted to show you just very, very quickly a really good example of a really good product page. Okay. And if you want to check it out, it's a company called Secret Labs, and they make these amazingly comfortable gaming chairs. Now, I don't play games, but these chairs are absolutely incredible. They're around 500 quid. So it gives you an idea of what they're doing. But if you think about it, the 500 quid is great, but they've got over 10,150 customer reviews. So they're selling an awful lot of chairs, and there's a good reason they're selling an awful lot of chairs. If you go onto their product page and you scroll, and then you scroll some more, 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 you're kind of getting the idea where this is going, all right? There's literally every piece of information you could possibly imagine. It comes with pictures, it comes with all the features, and it comes with all the benefits. That you make it a really good product page, and you'll benefit from people clicking on the buy button. Okay, so really, really good, solid product descriptions, lots of photographs, and make sure that you get all your information on there. Okay, product videos. Oh, wow. The product videos are just absolutely incredible. If you can put videos of your product on your product pages, you're going to really benefit from that. Google bought YouTube back in 2006 for £1.6 billion. Now they can't actually put a figure on the value of YouTube. Okay, there is no actual value that can be put on YouTube. Why is product video so essential? Well, okay, shoppers who view product videos are 174% more likely to buy. Okay, so if you think of the people that come to your website, they're 174% more likely to buy if they watch a product video. So that's going to help you increase your conversion rate. If you want a really good example of this, jump on the AO website and go and have a look at their fridge freezers. On Christmas Eve last year, with my parents visiting for the first time in 7 years for Christmas, my fridge freezer died. It went to the fridge freezer heaven. And when it went to fridge freezer heaven, obviously we panicked and we had to buy a new fridge freezer, which meant that I sat for hours and hours and hours trawling through the internet looking for a new fridge freezer that could be delivered quickly. Not only were AO very good, they had product videos which not only explained to me about the fridge, and let's face it, I'm no expert in fridge freezers, so most of the stuff was jargon and went over my head anyway. But if you think about it from a point of view of you need to measure this, you need to measure this, you need to measure this, all of that information was in the product video. So the product video actually managed to help me make my decision on what fridge freezer I needed. Okay, so just have a think about that when you're looking at your product videos. Product video essentials. So this is the sort of information that you need to include within your product videos. Show the product in use. Show it being used, show it being, and if it's a service, because obviously, e-commerce is more than just products. If it's a service, then, show the service being used. Show the ownership benefits, not just the features. Remember when we looked at the product page of the chairs, the Secret Lab chairs, it's all about the benefits, and the features and the benefits go side by side because this is the benefit and this is the feature that's going to help you with that. Tell a story. Everybody loves a story. Okay, so make sure you try and tell a story of how this can improve their lives. Include social proof if possible. Show people who have already bought it, get them to send you videos, include that in the product video. Overcome objections. I don't think this would actually work for me. Oh, well, yeah, okay, well, let's have a think about that. Nah, possibly not. Okay, so try and overcome objections within your product videos and have a strong call to action at the end of it. Okay, because if you ask people to, contact you if they need more information, if you ask people to, click on the buy button, you're actually asking them to do something. It is a strong call to action. Okay, so homepage and sales content, also on-site essential. If you want a really good example of this, check out Loaf. And if anybody ends up buying a sofa from Loaf, then I apologize, because this is a website. Every single time I go on it, I go, oh, that looks nice. It's just one of those things. But if you want a good example of a homepage that's got everything on it, then Loaf is a really, really good example of that. Okay, so remember the Secret Labs product page where it had all of the information on it. Loaf is, they kind of do the same with their homepage. So we start out, you've got how they're made, and you can go and have a look at how they're made and where they're made and who makes them. You can have a look at the sofas. You can have a look at the other great content. Look, we've got new smelly wax candles, fantastic. Clear images, mattresses and beds. You know exactly what you're looking at. Grab some free samples. There's an offer there, so you've got something that you can do. Other categories, more categories, social and financing information. Great information is essential to the success of your website. Okay, so make sure that you take on board the fact that that people are looking for really, really good quality information. They're not just going to buy from you if you make things up. Okay. So more information pages. Now, sorry, I apologize. This is the boring stuff, so I'll go through it as quick as I possibly can. Feel free to scribble these down. More information pages. Privacy policy, you need one. Terms and conditions, you need them. Make sure that you understand your own terms and conditions. If you're going to nick them from somebody else, you do need to read them before you publish them on your website. We had a client who decided that they were going to steal somebody else's terms and conditions. And it turned out that within the terms and conditions, there was a quote that said, "You will give us your firstborn child," which just went to prove that nobody reads terms and conditions, because there was a queue of people with firstborn childs trying to offload them. I know, I was at the front of the queue. No, joking. I would never do that. Refund policy. You need to tell people what they're entitled to when it comes to refunds. Returns policy. Do you offer free returns? What's the deal? Shipping information. Absolutely vital. All right. Shipping information. People want to know how quickly they can get stuff and what, you know, when you can deliver. Okay. Thank you pages. All right. They don't just rely on the thanks for your order. Okay, add a thank you page that's very special. We'll come back to that in a minute, but add a thank you page that's really special, makes them feel special. Frequently asked questions, again, we'll come back to it. Why buy from us? Again, you know, you've got to give people a reason why they should buy from you. About us and contact us, all essential information. Okay. Frequently asked questions. Now, we covered this slightly, but frequently asked questions are your best friend. They'll save you hours and hours and more. Okay. So it's an improved user experience if you've got frequently asked questions, because they can find out stuff without having to contact you. You get improved user navigation. They can find their way around the site better. Great for organic search. If you speak to any teenager, they hardly ever click off Google these days. They rely on the organic search results that they give them. And that's the Google snippets. It's the little bit of information that you get. And unless that information is good, then you know, they're not going to go there. So if they ask what time does the local shopping center close, they're hardly ever going to move off Google for that information. However, if you've got good product information, you say our store doesn't close till, you're getting your brand in front of them. So good Google featured snippets is a great thing to have. It's going to save you hours in customer service. You can set up email templates to say, hey, look, the answer to this is within our frequently asked questions. You can read all about it here. Boom, done. There you go. Or you can set up a chat bot on your website that automatically answers these questions for you. It's a great way to do that. It's great for blogging ideas. If you look at frequently asked question pages, normally people want a little bit extra information. You can create a blog to answer even more information. It establishes user trust. They want to trust you. You've got to build a relationship with them. If you're answering their questions before they have to come to you, then you're establishing user trust. It's a good thing to have. And it helps increase conversions. And everybody wants to help increase conversions. So make sure that you get yourself a frequently asked question. Keep your structure of your website simple. Okay, we have a saying called KISS, and it is keep it simple, stupid, because the amount of times that we look at a website and the navigation's complicated, it's really, really difficult to find your place from one place to another and all the rest of it. Keep your structure simple. You'll benefit from it in the long term. So don't overcomplicate your site structure. Here we go. Homepage, collection pages, more information pages, blog, thank you pages, cart and checkout pages. There you go. That's it. That's the structure that you need for your on-site. You don't need to complicate any more than that. You don't need different layers. You don't need thousands and thousands of different things going on. Keep it that simple. Okay, that's it. Video is essential for the whole structure. Okay, now there's some videos that you need to create for your website to benefit from the whole system that we're showing you. Okay, you need to build trust. So you need to create a thank you video. Thank you for your order. There you go. Thank you very much indeed. Why buy from us video? Okay, so you're explaining who you are, what you do, what the ethics of the company are. Build that trust. Look them in the eye and say, hey, look, by buying from us, the sustainability is this, you know, we're offering recycling, we're offering this, we're offering this. So why buy from us video? Post-purchase video. Okay, so once they've purchased, thank you for purchasing. Yeah, thank you very much indeed. A quick message just to say thank you. Brilliant. Product videos. We've already spoken about them. Really, really good for conversion. Okay, and a hello from the owner video. All right, owners of e-commerce stores hate being in front of the camera. All right, but the moment you put them in front of the camera, magical things start to happen. People trust the brand. The days of faceless commerce are gone. People want to connect with people, the human to human relationship. Hello from the owner. Really, really important. Now let's have a look at the customer journey. Okay, so we've already seen that we're going to get this little guy from here to here, and we're going to use the awareness stage, the engagement stage, subscription stage, conversion stage, excitement stage, ascension stage, advocacy, and promotion. Okay, they're the stages that we're going to use. So we're going to start off with the awareness stage. What does awareness look like? Well, awareness is pretty straightforward. The first advert that you can see here for yellow leaf hammocks, when I was looking for sites that I liked and I could show you, yellow leaf hammocks came up, and they now follow me around Facebook and the rest of the internet like a bad smell. It happens, but that's awareness. Okay, I'm now aware that they exist and their hammocks look absolutely amazing. My wife came home from Merry Hill the other day, big shopping center, and she said to me, "Hey Steve, I've bought a really nice overcoat." And I was like, "Actually, that looks really smart. I think I need a nice overcoat." So I went and had a look, and I started looking for overcoats. Again, I'm now aware that these brands exist and they do overcoats. My car lease is up for renewal, so Vanarama are quite aware of the fact that I've had a look at their website and I've had a bit of a drill round to look for a new car, and they're advertising to me as well. So I'm now aware that Vanarama are there. Okay, so how do you get awareness? Well, there's a number of shops that you can go to get traffic through to your website, and they're called Facebook, Google Ads, Instagram, and YouTube. We concentrate on the big four. And the reason that we concentrate on the big four is because that's where a majority of the traffic is. Yes, there are other places that you can get traffic from. Yes, there's other places that you can get conversion from, but I guarantee you that your audience is hanging out in one of these places. Okay. If you think of Facebook as somewhere that you can advertise, and if you think of Google as it's the yellow pages of the modern day. Yeah. If people are looking for you on Google Ads, they're already looking for your services. So you're advertising to somebody that's already looking for you. Okay. And if you want a quick tip on the best place to get traffic, then Facebook is the king. Facebook coming up for, or just past, I can't remember what it is, 2 billion users. 2 billion. There's 8 billion people on the planet, and 2 billion of them are on Facebook. So anybody that says my target audience is not on Facebook, you're looking in the wrong place. And that goes for B2B, B2C, it doesn't matter. They're there, believe me. What about SEO? I hear you cry. I spend thousands on SEO each year. What about SEO? SEO is great, and it's a long-term strategy. And if you're reliant on Google being kind in their updates, and you're reliant on SEO bringing you absolutely everything, then that's a scary place to be. If Google decide they're going to change their algorithm, then there's a possibility that you could lose all your traffic overnight. I've seen this happen time and time again. People put all of their eggs in the Google basket, and they change the algorithm overnight, and all of a sudden we're getting a phone call saying, we need Google ads, we need Facebook ads, we need this, we need this, we need this. Got to change the whole thing. Okay. So SEO is great. I mean, we sell SEO services, so I can't diss SEO. SEO is great, but it's a long-term option and something that you should do as part of your marketing strategy rather than just your marketing strategy. So that's the awareness stage. Very, very simple. That's getting traffic to your website and that's bringing people in. So now let's have a quick look at the engagement stage. Okay, so we obviously want to try and get a maximum level of engagement. And there's great ways to do that. So people have already found you. They're already looking for, they've looked for you. They've found you. They're on your website. So how do you engage with them? You can give them reports. You can give them case studies to show your products in use. You can give them ebooks, brochures, lookbooks, infographics, guides, blogs. I keep saying blogs because lots and lots of young people tell me they don't read blogs. And then they say, hey, I read an article on that the other day. And you say, great, where did you read it? on this website. Oh, that's a blog. Okay, yeah, brilliant. And video, don't be afraid to give video. Content marketing is an amazing way to give people lots and lots of content. And you're building up this trust with them by putting yourself in front of them and saying, hey, look, this is what we do. This is how we do it. These are the solutions that we can provide. Okay, so all of those are really, really important at getting engagement. And don't forget to retarget your audience. Okay, so we spoke about the fact that you've got, you're bringing your traffic in through the awareness stage and you're getting them into the engagement stage. They're reading your stuff. They're actually taking part in by reading and watching the videos and all the rest of it. And I mean, let's face it, Amazon has ruined numerous birthdays and Christmases because as soon as you've been on Amazon, they follow you around the internet and they show you what you've been looking at because they want you to go back and buy. That's what retargeting is. Stuff you've already looked at. We saw it with Vanarama. We saw it with the hammocks. It's stuff that you've already looked at and stuff that you're already thinking about. So by putting that advert back in front of someone, you're actually saying to them, hey, did you actually want this? This is a really good thing. So just have a think about retargeting and make sure that you include retargeting as part of your advertising. So now we've had a look at that and we've covered engagement quite quickly because engagement literally is content. Okay. Now we're going to have a look at the subscription stage. Okay. So how do you get somebody to subscribe to what you're doing? Okay, well, you need to make it worth their while. All right, you need to give them something. You need to say, hey, come on, come back and see us. And that's part of the retargeting thing where they see you for a second time. Now, you've got to make it worth their while. Gated mini course, how to do this. Even if it's a physical product, you can still show someone how your product would help them. Downloadable brochure, so you're actually getting them to give your email address, give their email address in exchange for a brochure. Register. That fashion company is always saying to me, it's really difficult. How do we give the content? Live fashion show. Yeah, set up a couple of cameras and get people to try on the stuff and walk around. It works. And coupon codes. Coupon codes are great. Okay. Now, I am going to make this a PG-13 because I am going to swear in a minute, because one thing that's really, really important is you actually seriously make it worth their while. All right. Nobody wants your free shit that you've got left over. They're looking for some value from you. Okay. So rather than just go off and, try and do what we've got these left over from 4 years ago, let's give them away. Nobody's going to want that. It's not actually going to provide people with value. So make sure that people are getting something that they actually want from you. And that's normally even more content. The important thing is that you are getting them to part with some contact details so that you can go back to them. Okay, so you're looking for them to give you an email address. You're looking for them to sign up for some gated content and give you, more information. It's really, really important. So that's the subscription stage. So we're rattling through the customer journey. Okay. And now's the conversion stage. All right. This is the exciting stage. Everybody thinks they're going to make money in the conversion stage. Guess what? Not always. Okay. Conversion can be time or money. Okay, so if you want to, if somebody wants to talk to you, then they're going to want to book a call with you. They're going to want something. All right, so yeah, you may have to have that conversion as time rather than money. It depends on the product. If you're selling massive machinery business to business, then you're looking at providing some form of time to this person, get them to commit to time, get them to commit to a small purchase. So because it's e-commerce, let's have a quick look at micro commitments. Okay. Now, if you're thinking about a micro commitment can lead to bigger things. And we're going to use Guitar Picks as an ideal example of this. There is a company out in Austin, in Texas, and it's an amazing company. They do the most beautiful guitars, but their lead magnet is they're on eBay and they sell plectrums, the picks, and they sell these by the bucket load. They literally sell thousands and thousands and thousands of them a week, and they don't make any money from the plectrums. They don't make any money from that initial commitment. Where they make their money is anybody with a plectrum needs a guitar. And if you need a guitar, who are you going to trust? You're going to trust the guys that go, hey, look, we've sent you your plectrums. We also do strings. Strings is a great thing. And then we also do guitars. And we've got these guitars, and these are the fantastic ones. Because you've got their email address, and because they've ticked that little button to say, hey, yeah, you can send me emails. You get to send them an email to say, hey, look, have you seen the guitars that we do? It's really, really important. Okay, so what you've got to remember is that when you get that commitment is your first date. Okay, so you've gone through and you're on your first date, and it's going really, really well. Okay, so the idea of the first date, and let's face it, when you've been on a first date, you either go, no thanks, or you go, okay. We want to set up the aha moment. Okay, we want to get people excited, and that's the next stage, is we want to get people excited. All right, and from now on, email marketing is your friend. Okay, email marketing is really, really important through this whole process. On average, 33% of your sales will come from emails. Think about that. 33% of all your sales will come from emails. Okay, and there's a number of key campaigns that you need to set up. You need to set up trust and relationship campaigns. You need to build that trust. You need to have that initial welcome video where you're in front of the camera, or your boss, the gaffer's in front of the camera, and he's standing there and he's saying, hey, look, this is us, this is what we do, and this is what you can expect. Okay, so you have to build that relationship from subscribe to buy. Social proof is huge. Here are our testimonials. Have a look at our testimonials. See what people have said about the product that you've just purchased. All right, get them excited about the fact that it's coming. Okay, don't waste your content. Send content updates. Okay, so people spend literally thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds on content creation, and then they post it on the internet, and they expect, we call it the Field of Dreams. And if anybody's ever seen the Kevin Costner film Field of Dreams, he builds a baseball field. He cuts down all his corn and he builds a baseball field. And this little voice in his head keeps saying to him, if you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. The internet isn't like that. If you build it, you've got to work to make them get there. And if you've created all of this content, you need to have people looking at that content to continually increase that trust and that growth. Okay, so don't be afraid to, and don't waste your content. Send the people that are buying from you, even if it's a small commitment, content updates. Show them the amazing stuff that you're doing. Special offers and campaigns, promotions. Again, another big thing. You can bring people back to buy more. You know, you offer, if you've got a special offer on a 2-for-1, and somebody's already bought, and you send them another one and say, hey, look, you know, we've got a 2-for-1 offer. You bought 3 days before. We just want to send you another one and see how you know, because you've already bought one, we didn't want you to miss out on the offer. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But make sure that your special offer campaigns are good value and good quality. Remember this little fella? We touched on him a little bit earlier. This is where we're going next. Okay, so we've gone through now awareness, engagement, subscription, conversion. We're now at the excitement stage. Okay, now this is where a majority of people fail. This is where a majority of companies let themselves down. And it's called the buy my crap and get stuffed methodology. All right, we've got your money. Thank you very much. That's it. All right. But that doesn't build you raving fans. That's not somebody who's going to, you know, go on about your business forever and a day. You need something a little bit special. Okay. So the excitement stage is absolutely awesome for this. All right. The excitement stage is great. And I have a saying, and the saying is very, very important when I'm talking to my customers about this. Just imagine every single time you go into the excitement stage, Santa's watching. All right. Now think back to when you were a kid and you're there and you're getting ready for Christmas and you've written out your Christmas list and your mum and dad say to you, you better behave yourself because Santa's watching. The same goes for your customers. All right. Santa is keeping an eye on you. He is firmly looking at you and saying, hey, look, you know what? You need to be looking after people, because if you're not looking after people, you're not going to get the repeat business. Okay. So you're probably thinking, where do I start? Or my product's not very exciting. Well, it is. It's your product. Okay. You've put a lot of time and effort into either sourcing it, getting it to the stage where it's ready to go out the door, making sure that people are aware of what's going on with your product. So you've got to benefit by going that extra mile to excite people once they've made that initial commitment to you. All right. Now remember, commitment, conversion, time or money. So if it's time, how are you building them up? You know, if you've created a fashion show, blow their socks off with the fashion show. If you created, a welcome email that says, hey, look, this is what you can expect when you take it out the box, blow them away with what they're going to get, how they're going to get it. And start with your videos. Okay. Make the first page that they land on after they've purchased. Thank you very much for buying. You know, a quick video. Thank you so much for your purchase. This is what you can expect next. Okay. And don't forget your welcome email sequence. Okay. Once they've purchased, don't just send them an email saying, thanks for your order. Send them an email saying, welcome to the family. Okay. Remember, the sequence matters. All right. So if you're welcoming somebody into your family, all right, you're welcoming somebody in, it's a great way to do it, is to send them regular emails. So now, this is a quick example of an email campaign that we set up, and I think it's about 5 or 6 emails. The first one, day one, all right, thank you from the owner, from the owner. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the VIPs. You know, you're part of the family. Welcome. All right. Day 3, how to use the product, how to care for the product. You know, make sure that show them the unboxing. You know, show them what they can expect when it gets there, or if it's already arrived. You know, ask them, send us a video of your unboxing if you've not already opened it. Day 5, send them some top industry tips and getting started, how to use it. Use links across to your content. Okay, because you're indoctrinating these people into your brand. Okay. Day 8, send them why your company is what it is. Send them you know, why you bought from us. Send them about the company, your ethics, what you believe in. You know, make them feel like you actually give a damn about them and the product that you're selling to them. Day 10, a discount code. Get them to come back. Thank you so much for purchasing. We hope that you absolutely love it. If you know of anybody else that would want one, here's a 5-10% discount code. Come back and get another one. Okay. And I can see what you're thinking. I can see a few faces on here, and normally about this time, people are thinking, oh my God, this is a great idea. But, and there's always a but, the boss will never go for it. Okay, so we've got to convince the gaffer, or I've got to convince you guys that this is a really good idea for your store. So I've got some facts and figures for you. That's the first one, 68%. We use this exact method and that exact campaign to reduce the returns rate on a store by 68%. Who'd like to reduce their returns rate by 68%? This was the same campaign. We increased the average order value or average customer value by 36.59%. And just to top it off, their revenue went up by 144% and their e-commerce conversion rate went up by 128%. Okay, so this stuff works. If you implement the journey properly, this stuff works. That's normally enough to get people's attention. Okay, those facts and figures are normally enough to get their attention. And I know that it's a ball ache to set it up. I know that it takes time to set it up. But if you set it up, if you set the wheels in motion and get this done, then the benefits for you long term are absolutely huge. So where are we? Well, we've taken this little fella closer to his goal. Okay, so he's gone through the awareness stage, gone through the engagement stage, gone through the subscription stage, gone through the conversion stage, the excitement stage. We love the excitement stage. Remember the excitement stage. So we're going to have a quick look at what that looks like. Now, this is the customer journey sheet that we use. Okay. And this will give you an idea of what a customer journey looks like. So in the bottom left-hand corner, a prospect sees an ad, finds you in search or hears about you via a referral or something along those lines, and they become aware of you for the very first time. And then they engage with you by reading a blog post, they engage on social media, they watch a video, something similar to that. Subscription, they opt in for gated content. You're collecting their email details so that you can send them more great stuff. Okay. And then the conversion stage, the prospect makes a small purchase or schedules a demo or gives you a time commitment that will take things further for you. Remember the guitar picks, okay? That's the ideal example of a small entry-level purchase. And then you've got our excitement, and the customer actually gets value from their initial transaction by you showing them why they're getting value from it, all right? That's why we do the product videos. That's why we include the video, the click on the video in the email sequences, is because it gets them excited. They feel like they're part of it. You've got to get them excited. Without getting them excited, you're letting down the human-to-human structure. Okay? Building up that structure is the most important thing that you can do to get better conversions. You've now had your first date. Yeah, been dating a little while, you know, going through, you've sent them a few emails and all the rest of it. And now it's time to upgrade the relationship. Okay, now it's time to, you know, go through and think to yourself, right, okay, well, we want to take you, we want you to be special. You know, have you thought, you bought this little product, it's great. Have you thought about this slightly bigger one? Okay, you bought this, you bought tires for your old car 3 years ago. We noticed that you bought them 3 years ago. They'd have done 30,000 miles by now. We're concerned about you. Would you like to come back and have your tires changed, or would you like to buy a new car? You can take them through the journey of buying more and more and more from you. Okay. And what you're doing is you're getting them to climb through your product library. So you're taking them up step by step. What's the next offer that you've got for them? What's the upsell that you've got for them? How can you move them to that next stage? It's really, really important. And as long as you did a good job in the excitement stage, it's plain sailing. Can you see what I did there? There's planes on a boat. It's plain sailing. Sorry, dad joke. I got told off for that. So you've gone through the upsell, okay, and you've got them there and they're really, really excited. And next is the advocacy stage. You've got to turn them into advocates of your brand. And the best way to do that is ask for a review. Okay, ask for a product review. Now, we spoke about Klaviyo earlier, and one of the things that Klaviyo does beautifully is it links into Shopify and it links into your e-commerce store, and you can turn around and say, after a certain length of time, please could you send this customer an email with a link to do a product review. Okay, easy as that. And the other big thing is case studies. If you're selling something that's a bit bigger and you're selling something that you know people are going to want more of, massive machinery, business to business or anything like that, you want case studies. You can have case studies for small stuff as well. Okay, just ask for a case study. Can I use you as a case study? Clients love being used as case studies. All right, now I'm going to give you a quick example of making it worth their while. All right, because there's lots of companies out there that ask for a review. Okay, and this is extreme, this particular one, and I apologize for the fact that it's extreme, but it actually happened, and I wanted to make sure that you guys got the idea. I bought a water bottle, okay, a 3 liter water bottle to have on my desk to make sure that I drank enough water every single day. The company that I bought that water bottle from said, hey, that's fantastic. Thank you very much for buying this £14.50 water bottle. We'd like it very much if you'd leave us a review. By the way, if you fill out the Amazon review that we've set up for you by scanning in this QR code, we'll give you £8 worth of Amazon vouchers straight in your Amazon account. Review left. Thank you very much. £8. No hesitation whatsoever. So try and make it worth their while. Send them something. Send them a little something. You know, it could be, you know, you could have a joke with them. You could send them a tea bag. Send them a tea bag and say, hey, look, another little card you put, thank you so much indeed for, you know, for buying the product. If you could leave it, sit down, have a cup of tea on us and, you know, leave us a review. That'd be great. So have some fun with it. And then you're ready to turn them into, they're ready to go out and they're ready to promote you. Okay. Promotion is a small group of people, but once they love you, they will go out and they will do everything in their power to make sure that they do the right thing for you. And the promotion side of things, affiliate programs are absolutely great for promotion. You give people a little percentage. They really, really like that. Referral programs are great. Again, you can give someone a little bit of money for that, but it doesn't always have to be money. If somebody refers somebody to me and they turn into a client, then we've got a local vineyard, which I absolutely adore the wine of, and I send a bottle of the wine with our logo and a thank you message on the label. Enjoy on us. Okay, so it doesn't always have to be a monetary value that you hand over. Okay, so we've been through now all of the stages. Okay, you've been through all of the awareness, engagement, subscription, conversion, excitement. You're now you've been through the ascension. That's what the ascension ladder looks like. That's the library of products. You're looking at core offer, upsell, upsell, upsell. Advocacy, successful customer will give you a testimonial or case study. Promotion, successful customer tells their friends or colleagues about the brand. Okay, so that's what a complete customer journey looks like. Remember that you can't optimize what you haven't documented. So it's really important to sit down and think about this and think at how you can document this and how you can make it happen. All right. So just quickly going through the growth triad again. You've now you've seen a documented journey. You've made lots of notes. you need to start thinking about the next stages. The next stages are actionable metrics and tools and tactics. Okay. You don't want to be stuck in the mud. You don't want to be a bull in the china shop. Please, please, please don't be a one-hit wonder. It's the saddest thing on the planet. Make sure that you get to the point where you've got that predictable growth. Okay. So the next steps to continue the process, you set your actionable metrics for each stage. All right. So think about what you can, what reports you can get, how you get them, and how you can change them so that they act for the better for each of these stages. Work out what tools and tactics will work best for your business. So where is your customer hanging out? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Twitter? Have you got a young audience? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Instagram? Whereabouts are they hanging out? Okay. And what tools and tactics are going to work best? Is it Facebook advertising? Is it Google advertising? Are videos on YouTube going to be the key for you? Have a think about the best way that you can get your brand in front of those people. And then you need to implement and execute the plan. You need to actually make it happen. Okay. And if you want to know more, we've identified 73 ways of growing your business. There's 73 different options on growing your business. Okay. And we also know what the achievable metrics look like. And we also have a whole garage full of tools and toolkits that will help you achieve them. Okay. If you'd like to book a strategy call with me, then you can scan the QR code. Okay. Or you can, and what we'll do on that strategy call is we'll go through the ones that are missing and we'll identify what we call the opportunity score. This isn't something that you're doing it wrong. This is a fantastic. We can do this, 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 and this, and we can make a real impact very, very quickly. Okay, so these strategy sessions are designed to make things really good, and that lets us help you on the path to success and predictable growth. Now, I apologize for this slide in advance, all right? But when we changed it and we made it all beautiful and we put lots of pictures in, it didn't have the same impact, all right? But I'd just like to say to you, this is you, okay? You're here because you wanted to know more about customer success, okay? And on the other side is the pot of gold, okay? And you've learned some stuff today. And because it's Birmingham Tech Week, you've probably learned a lot more stuff, and you've learned a lot more stuff. And I don't care if it's what I've taught you. I don't care if it's what somebody else is going to teach you or something, but go away and just choose one and build that bridge and get to the other side. And then choose another one and get to the bridge and build it to get to the other side. Okay. Because it's really, really important that you get there. Just keep going, because that means that you cross the bridge and you get to the other side, and you're a lot happier when you get there, believe me. All right. Because that's what success looks like. Okay. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to say any questions. And it's normally at this point where loads of questions either come in or everybody looks quite blank. Just called up the chat. So Drew, thank you very much indeed. Nice to have you here, mate. And Anthony, nice to have you here. Paula, thank you very much indeed. Has anybody got any questions? If you want to throw your mic open and ask, then that'd be great. It's all quiet, so that's a good sign.
Hey Steve, it's Anthony. How are you doing?
Hello, mate. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good stuff.
What's the smallest room in the world?
The smallest room in the world? Go on.
Mushroom.
Mushroom.
Love the dad jokes. I really, really enjoyed this talk, mate. Understanding the process of taking a customer through, really pertinent to where I'm at. Could you take us back to the QR code so that we could...
I'm going to come on to the QR codes. Yeah, I'll throw that up now. There's the QR code. And if you don't like scanning QR codes, then if you go to sitegeek.co.uk, and you'll be able to book a strategy session in there.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah. Arif, how does this change for B2B? It doesn't. It doesn't. Having a customer journey, you can fit it into absolutely anything and everything. And you just have to treat your customers in the way that they expect to be treated. So if you're doing B2B, as I said, it's, big machinery, it doesn't matter what it is, you're still dealing with a person. You're still dealing with a human being. And that's really, really important, to make sure that you treat everybody like a human, because as long as you treat everybody like a human, you're going to actually make more sales. And the big thing that a lot of people in B2B miss is the excitement level. And the excitement level is, the thing to get people moving along to the next stage. And a lot of people as well go in with the big idea that they can sell them the biggest thing in the planet. And the biggest thing in the planet is great. But if you try and sell that straight away, you've built up no trust, you've built nothing. So you need to make sure that you can give people what they're looking at. I hope that helps, Arif. What else have we got? Dave, thank you for coming. Mohammed, is there a strategy to provide another product in a saturated market, especially during this time? Yeah, this works. We've proved this. We've done this in the markets that have got. We came late to the show on fidget spinners with one of our clients, and they literally had a container full of fidget spinners, and they said, look, we've got to get rid of this stuff. How do we do it? And we ran promotions in a particular way. We looked at what everybody was doing. We looked at the competitors, and then we turned around and said, right, how are you going to guide your customer through? And the guy could do all sorts of fancy little tricks with fidget spinners. And because he could do that, we videoed him teaching people how to do it. And all of a sudden, he built up a following of people that just wanted his fidget spinners. That's all they were interested in, was the ones that he was using. So, even if the market is saturated and you want to bring something to it, then you can do so. And I know a lot of people are talking about this time and, what's going on. And yes, we are entering into tough economic times, but everybody is shopping online. More people are shopping online now than they were 7 months ago, 8 months ago, because that's all they can do. The shops are, on shopping centers are really, really struggling. They're really, really finding it hard because people are shopping online. So, anybody that says that it's a saturated market and this is a time that's really, really hard to do, just think about providing the best possible information, providing the best possible service. And if it's a saturated market, surely you know who the market leaders are. And what you can do is you can turn around and say, okay, well, we know that the market leaders are hanging out on these groups on Facebook. We know that the market leaders are, they're creating YouTube videos on a regular basis. You need to amplify that. You need to be better than that. So you can literally replicate what they're doing, but you're not stealing their audience. You're pushing their audience to another level. Okay, so I hope that helps with that. Paula, yes, I will make the slides available. Anybody that wants the slides, if you'd like to email me, steve@sitegeek.co.uk, then I'll be more than happy to provide you with a PDF download of the slides. Everybody wants the baby picture. I know everybody wants the baby picture because the baby picture was awesome. Hi, Steve. Excellent talk. Thank you. My startup is doing product development, but we need an e-commerce strategy. There are two major market segments, small business and households. Should I plan 2 different landing pages and home pages? One home page, 2 different landing pages. Because if you try and do too much, you're going to confuse things. So one branded homepage and different landing pages in different sections for what you need should be the way to do it. One of the big things about the customer journey is you can work this out for every product. You can have a customer journey for every single product. And the best thing to do is to work out who's buying your product, who you want to buy your product, who your ideal customer is, by creating a customer avatar, and then creating a customer journey for each of those people. So you can literally make sure that you're doing it. But yeah, Jules, if you'd like to have a chat through more on that, then please set up a strategy call. I'll be more than happy to have a chat and give you some advice on that. Arif, thank you very much. Gabrielle, fantastic presentation. Thank you, Steve. I am a second-year student of enterprise and entrepreneurship, and you helped me answer a lot of questions today. Keep it going. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Ben Jones, brilliant. Thank you very much. Everybody, thank you so much for coming. I've had a great time. I don't know about you guys. As I say, if you want to book a strategy call, you've got the QR code, or you can go to sitegeek.co.uk and you can book a strategy call there. So it leaves me to say thank you very, very much indeed for coming along. It's been great to have you all here. I've really, really enjoyed it. Again, please book a strategy call. They're free. Just have a chat and we'll see how we can improve things for you. Thank you to Birmingham Tech Week. I've had a great time. I'm looking forward to hopefully doing it again next week. No, sorry, next year, not next week. Next year. Obviously the sponsors and everything. So thank you very much. Again, if you want the slides, drop me an email, steve@sitegeek.co.uk. And if you would like to have a strategy call, then please book in. I'll be delighted to have a chat with you. Thanks, everybody. Take care.